Hey there, people. So, you may have heard the news or you may not have. Terraria 1.4 Journey's End is coming at this point sooner than we may have expected. It's actually coming on May 16th. So because of that, I'm in a hurry to finish this playthrough. So I am going to get right into this. I am going to try to defeat all 3 mechanical bosses today. And it is just after midnight, so I don't have a lot of time, but I am going to fight the Destroyer right away. And I am going to then fight the other 2 as well. And I'll just have to tell you about some of the other things that I've been doing on the way. And I have to dodge these enemies while I get all of those potions that I had prepared into my regular inventory and get myself otherwise prepared here. I guess I'm going to need my minions anyway, so let's bring them out. Take care of these guys. And I'm definitely pushing it as far as buffs. And you know what? I forgot. I need to craft my holy arrows. I've got the ingredients here. I've only got a few minutes to do this. I just don't want to wait for another night. So that'll do. And it's a bit of a mess, but I just want to get right into this as quickly as possible. So I've prepared a bridge, campfires, heart lanterns, all that stuff. I've got some other weapons that I've prepared in here as well. I've got some crystal bullets. I've got an onyx blaster. And I'm just going to move my weapons around here as well. Don't need my pickaxe. I've got my... I'll just keep that handy in case. I don't think I'm going to need that. I've got 2 mechanical skulls, and I don't think I'm going to need mana potions either, but I've got those. And I'm going to put my spawn point right here, and let's just do it. So, main strategy, easiest strategy with the Destroyer is the Daedalus Storm Bow, and speaking of which, my holy arrows to go with that too. It's down there. And yeah, I built this giant bridge just so that I can basically stay away, but I may as well zoom out so that you can see what's going on. Wow, the lasers. Point being, though, that Daedalus Storm Bow makes very short work of the Destroyer. With the holy arrows particularly. Which also helps take out those probes and gives me some hearts. So that I don't die so easily. Especially when I'm barely was even dodging. And there we go. So that's how we're starting our episode today. I know that's not exactly my usual style, is it? Usually take it slow and steady. But I also want to defeat the other 2 mechanical bosses today. Because basically I'm going to need to get this playthrough done before May 16th. So that doesn't give me a lot of time. And in that vein, I just wanted to, as you can see, get right down to it. So we'll swap those back for now, but similar strategy that I'm going to employ against the other 2 mechanical bosses, I'm going to do a little bit differently. There's a reason I wanted to do the Destroyer first, other than the fact that it's usually considered the easiest of the 3 mechanical bosses. The other reasons being that after you've defeated one of the mechanical bosses, you can get the Steampunker, and from the Steampunker, I want to get the Blend-O-Matic to make asphalt blocks, so that I'll replace this bridge, because the other boss fights, particularly the twins, but even Skeletron Prime, I'm going to want an asphalt bridge so that I can move more quickly, so that I can run along and get that all done. I guess I'll need my pickaxe now to pick up my safe, although I could totally just leave it here. But you can see I also spent a little bit of time here. I'm just going to tell you some of the things I've been doing in the meantime. I built this little house for the nurse, so that'll be right near my arena, and I for once actually put a little effort into making it look a little bit nice. So I know people who care about buildings and aesthetics tend to be a little frustrated with my style of the prisons and the whatnot. You can see I built some extra houses, I think, since the last episode as well. I've put in even more chests. I've actually have 6 chests full of quest fishes, or quest fish, yeah, singular. Plural is Same. Anyway, so let's see what our quest is for today. So yes, pixie fish, and this is why I've done that. I'm just storing tons and tons of quest fish in these chests. Every quest I get, if I don't have it, I just store them. And yet, yeah, pixie fish, actually, I thought I had that, but it looks like I don't. So that's something I might want to do. I'm going to have to wait until night anyway, and I'll cut the boring details, but I have been going around making fishing holes. So I have fishing holes in various biomes at various levels, all over the place, just fishing holes here and there. And yeah, so I've been fishing for all those quest fish to get some of the things that I needed. I finally got the high test fishing line. So I was really frustrated about that for a while, and this was both to get the quest done and to get potions as well. So I finally got the high test fishing line and finished my tackle bag with the other two components that I already had. I picked up a moon charm from some werewolves. I think I already had the magic quiver. Yeah, all that kind of stuff I crafted while I fought more mimics, and actually it was the very next one after I made that last video. It was a long time until I actually got around to fighting another mimic. I was doing all kinds of other prep work, but the very next one that I finally fought got the Daedalus Storm Bow, and then I reforged it. I made all of these potions. I'm really pushing my limits in terms of buffs. Speaking of which, I didn't even use them, did I? So I will be pushing my limits in terms of the number of buffs that I can use at the same time when I do get to fighting the other mechanical bosses. I guess I can stash away this other mechanical skull for later. Maybe I'll even do that fight again. My steampunker just showed up though, so let's get that blend-o-matic while I'm here, and while my steampunker is here. Blend-o-matic, and that was the big reason that I did that. So I can go up here, I can prepare my sky bridge. We'll see if I have all of this kind of stuff done for the very next day, or the very next night rather. But I'll stick that right here, and that allows me to craft asphalt blocks, which will allow me to run fast without need for these boots. And speaking of which, I totally forgot to swap in these items I meant to. But yeah, that'll mean that I don't need the boots, and I can fit another one of these items in this slot to boost my damage output and stuff. So I didn't even use my buffs or these accessories for that fight because the Daedalus Storm Bow is just so powerful. Maybe what I'll do is if I don't get the rest done, I'll fight the Destroyer again. Maybe in a more of a fair fashion using my buffs and a different weapon. But for now, I'll get started on my little bridge here. But we'll get started on that. I'll go do that fishing quest, and I'll see you probably at nighttime. Okay, so at my tiny, not very good little hallowed fishing hole here, I managed to get about 10, I believe, pixie fish. And unfortunately that, I was using a fishing potion, I didn't want to waste it, so it took basically my whole game day. 8 minutes is about all I had, so it is now 7:30, it's officially nighttime again. So I'm just going to trade in this fish before I forget. See what we get from that, and then we'll go straight on to fighting the Destroyer again. Yeah, so I've got a bunch of stuff to sell actually from that little set of stuff as well. I think I've already got that set, so I'm not too worried. Let's stash the bait and the money, and then we'll just fight the Destroyer. I'm going to try doing this time with different weapons. I'll use my buffs, just sort of for the sport of it. So we'll swap those in this time, not forget about that. And I'll want to use my bewitching table again. To use my boost because I took my boots off. Alright, so there's that. And we'll use the buffs. And here comes the Destroyer. Oh wait, one little detail. Oh, I totally just left my safe back at my other base. Where I put some of my stuff. Okay, so as I was saying, so we've got that, and I've got my other buffs that were all in the safe. I've got my weapons switched out. I'm going to want my other spider here, since I have actually 2 more, because I have summoning potions as well. So my bewitching table, summoning potions, I can get 3 spiders there. I'm probably going to want to primarily use my Onyx Blaster this time around, but the Nimbus Rod as well is very, very helpful and useful against the Destroyer. So let's bring him out. Yeah, one big thing is that the probes are going to be much more of a problem this way. Daedalus Storm Bow very nicely clears those out. But I did get the titanium armor, of course, which gives me that shadow dodge capability. Very, very useful. You can see my various potions are helping to keep my health up, even though I'm still doing a terrible job of dodging. So between those things, those are the reasons I use so many buffs and everything. I've got my heart reach potion as well, which is helping me pick up all of the hearts that these probes are dropping, which I had to pick up manually last time because I didn't use my buffs. I have life force potion, of course, which boosts my health. Endurance. You could say I'm cheating a little bit because I'm using both Wrath and Rage potions, because my world does have both, which normally you wouldn't have. Of course, the Destroyer is immune to all debuffs, so a lot of things that I would normally use to inflict debuffs on a lot of the bosses, I can't use those here. But still, decent gun, crystal bullets. That's why I'm, besides the fact that it's a shotgun, I'm also getting a lot more hits because of the crystal bullets. And there you go. Done. Still not that much trouble. So I guess I should open these treasure bags maybe. I have 2 of them now. They'll both have Souls of Might and a piece of the mechanical cart, which I also spent a bunch of time, and of course hallowed bars. I also spent a whole bunch of time digging underground some more, actually putting together some of the minecart tracks. My world did generate with a lot of minecart tracks because of the world generator that I used. So I basically linked some of those up and expanded some of them. So I have an extensive network of minecart tracks, which will be extra fun once I've defeated all 3 mechanical bosses. I can then use the mechanical cart and just run around, and maybe I'll show you around. And I have a few other things that I can quickly do there as well. I want to stash these pixie fish. Got a ton of them using that little trick. And that's about it. So I'll want to get started on my bridge now. I've got all night and all the next day probably, depending on my fishing quest maybe. But the reason I'm focusing on fishing quest so much still is I just need 1 more component to get the weather radio, which I can then combine with all these things, which are each combinations of 3 things. And then with my mirror, I can get turn these all into the PDA, and then add the mirror, get the cell phone, and have like just that much more stuff, all of these informational accessories. Just 1 more that I need. There are 2 that I have that I don't currently have on me. But then I can have all of the information all from 1 item, which just replaces my mirror. And so it's an incredibly useful item to have, the cell phone. And that's the main reason I'm doing Fishing Quest still at this point. Okay, so today's Fishing Quest is a wyvern tail, which I do have here. Not a lot of them. I think I have a couple left. No, 3 left. Which is good, because I hate fishing in Sky Lakes when it's hard mode and there's wyverns. So there we go. Got that. Still didn't get what I want, but there we are. Alright, so it's just about nighttime, and I need to do 2 things. I need to craft my mechanical skull, because I'm going to fight Skeletron Prime next. Oh great, it's a blood moon. Perfect. And I need to also craft my mini shark, or sorry, my mega shark is the other thing I wanted to get. So that is going to require a mini shark and illegal gun parts, along with shark fins and souls of might from the destroyer. That's also one of the reasons I wanted to fight the destroyer first. So there we go. Yeah, let's see. What kind of order do I want to use these guns in? I'm going to actually use my repeater this time around. I'll keep the Daedalus Storm Bow, but I'm not going to rely on it. I've got my Mega Shark now, and I will want my Onyx Blaster. I also actually am going to break out my good old handy Star Cannon and Golden Shower I crafted before all this as well. So that's going to be my lineup, and despite it being a blood moon, I might just go for it because I don't want to waste time. Obviously, I'm wanting to get this whole playthrough over before May 16th, and I don't want to waste my recording time. And hey, I've done all these guides. What's a good challenge, right? So I've got tons and tons of buffs ready to go. I'm actually going to bring in my Frostburn Arrows to use with the Adamantite Repeater and or the Daedalus Storm Bow. Because it's not immune to Frostburn. I can totally use the Holy Arrows and the Daedalus Storm Bow and cheese Skeletron Prime as well, but I think we'll just do this. I've got a good part of my bridge ready to go now. So, oops, wrong thing. I want my buffs. 1, 2, 3 minions. Don't really need the Nimbus Rod for this one particularly, but I'm going to get my Golden Shower ready, and let's fight this guy. Where are you at? I do want to use Iker, or Iker as some of you prefer. It's valid both ways, people. So I'm going to use a combination of stuff here. I'm going to want to take out the laser arm first, ideally. If I can see it well enough, I'm going to zoom out. I probably should have remembered to set my spawn point to this bed here. Let's do that quickly, in case I need a heal. But hopefully I won't. We'll see how it goes. Let's break out the Frostburn, maybe. I do have an extra couple of buffs on my arrow-based weapons. I have the Magic Quiver, and I also have archery potions, so, you know, there are advantages there as well. But let's break out this nice new Mega Shark, always a wonderful weapon as well. Who's afraid of a big bad skeleton prime during a blood moon? It actually helps that I got this asphalt bridge, not only for the movement, but you can see it's keeping some of the enemies out of the way. So enemies that have spawned below the bridge, most of them can't go through those blocks. So yeah, let's focus as much as possible on that laser to begin with. Although I'm not too upset if I hit other things, you know? But the laser is kind of the worst of his arms. Ooh, gotta be careful of the spin attack. But if I can take out that laser, that's a good part of the offense that he's got against me. And I think I just did. Did I? Yeah. Excellent. Let's just break out the Storm Bow. Again, I'm not actually, I don't have the Holy Arrows set here, but you can see that does actually affect him, the Frostburn. Unlike the Destroyer, who I couldn't use that against anyway. So good old Frostburn Arrows, I still have a ton of them left over. May as well use them, right? You can see one of his other arms almost dead, so I think that's the cannon, which isn't a big deal, but may as well finish it off. Vice would be nice to finish as well. And there goes that. So we're doing well. It's a blood moon. It's almost 1 a.m. But 2 arms down, 2 to go. If he's going to hang out that far away, or if I'm going to stay that far away from him, this is going to be a little easier than the Onyx Blaster. Daedalus Storm Bow. Oh, there goes my nurse. So much for worrying about whether I'm going to need that heal or not. That's actually the second nurse that died while I was building the bridge. A Nimbus, an angry Nimbus, snuck in there and killed the nurse. So fast, because those angry Nimbuses, you know how much of a pain they are. Turns out they kill your NPCs really fast too. Let's make sure my buffs are back in order here, and I have not been using my golden shower, so let's break that out. Of course, golden shower is not the only option. If I wanted to be a purist as far as ranger, I could use darts. Ichor darts also work well. Yeah, that vice. There we go. Get rid of the vice. May as well get rid of that saw as well. It's just about done anyway. But yeah, he's at the point of spin attack. Next time he does that, I need to remember that's actually why I brought my good old star cannon. Just like original Skeletron before him. There we go. Classic star cannon moment. Because, you know, he's really easy to hit at that point, and it's still reasonably powerful. But yeah, I'm basically using a variety of stuff, and he's basically just about dead. Yeah, Mega Shark Crystal Bullets is still going to be better. Onyx Blaster probably would have been good at that moment as well. Work on my aiming. That double damage projectile thing that the Onyx Blaster does. There you go. It's helpful. So there we go. Little late in the night, but we got it done. Treasure bag, Souls of Fright now. I got a ton of Souls of Might, of course, since I fought the Destroyer twice. Some more greater healing potions, my mechanical battery piece, and more hallowed bars. And we'll just continue on from that. We'll see what the fishing quest for tomorrow is, whether I have it or not. And otherwise, I'll be building this bridge, because I'm going to want a very nice, long bridge for the twins. That's what you get for messing with me. Okay, so how about that fishing quest? Oh, a unicorn fish. Okay, I don't have that one. We're going to have to go do maybe a little more fishing. Alright, so it's funny that I was back to my little Hallow fishing spot. I did not get as many of the unicorn fish because I decided only to stay long enough for one sonar potion, and I want more of my day to finish building that bridge as long as possible, more or less. But let's see what we get for that unicorn fish today. Nope. Still not what I wanted. But I'm just going to keep on that until I get that sextant. It can take a very long time and a whole lot of quests. So I just wanted to show you this actually. You can get a lot of money and a lot of ores and bars and stuff doing these fishing quests. Of course, I've got tons of fishing potions, a massive amount of bait that I've gotten that angler rewards. Lots and lots of money. I'm up to 11 platinum, but look at this. Not only did I complete my titanium leggings picking up the crates while fishing, I have a huge excess of adamantite and titanium, and I still have not broken any altars at all this game. In fact, I'm thinking at this point I probably won't break any altars because breaking altars really the only thing it's going to do other than bringing those ores in the underworld. It's going to give me the threat of corrupting the underground of my world somewhere, unknown to me, that I would have to keep an eye out for. And not only that, the other thing that it brings at this point is pirate invasions, and I don't think I want pirate invasions. They're you can get some nice things from the pirates, but they're not that useful to me, and that's really the only things it's going to do. So I think I'm not even going to break any altars at this point. I'm just going to stick with what I've got and continue on. Of course, I will get solar eclipses anytime now, since I have been defeating mechanical bosses, but besides that, there's no real, there's no advantage for me to breaking altars. Okay, and that is going to be my final campfire there, because I have run out of heart lanterns to go with them. So that is going to be the length of my bridge. It is several hundred blocks longer than it was. I am a little late here now. It's almost 9 p.m. But I need to quickly put together my mechanical eye. So let's see. I need 3 lenses. I need 5 more iron or lead bars. 6 souls of light. Helps to be organized. And over to my anvil. There we go, mechanical eye. And once again, swap in my weapons that I want to use. And I guess that'll probably more or less do, right? So we'll head up there. My nurse, I got another nurse. So I will want to set my spawn point again. I want to get that buff. Set my spawn point. You get the buffs in order. Make sure I have all of those. May as well set up a couple of little Nimbus Rot clouds there anyway. And I guess, here we go. Of course they came on the side where I was planning to go. There we go. Let's get to the other side of them there. Now they are also susceptible to Frostburn, so I'm going to continue to use that as well. And I want to avoid teleporting if possible, because the twins can despawn if you get too far away, so I'm going to try not to rely on teleporting to my nurse. I'll hit them with that. May as well hit them with the Frostburn as well. I like the Mega Shark a little better than the Onyx Blaster. The Onyx Blaster is definitely powerful. Now that Ichor ran out already. Also need to remember to aim. It's like they don't want... Oh, I ran out of bullets. That's a problem. Well, to the bows then. I thought I had plenty of bullets, but yeah, I didn't actually, you know, craft more bullets. I had kind of forgotten that that might be a thing, that I might need more bullets as I fought the 3rd round of bosses in a row. Frostburn Arrows. Probably not your first expected choice. I guess I could switch to my Holy Arrows. Repeater and Frostburn Arrows. Yeah, sure, why not? The only challenge now is going to be to make sure that I actually kill them fast enough. Oh, he's in his 2nd form. Gonna want to stay clear of him and his constant fire. See, that's where the shadow dodge is coming in very handy. That's why I like the titanium armor. Though I do like frost armor as well, because it has the frost burn. And then, you know, I could use other arrows or whatever. Also depends what class you want to play. I was tempted to do a mage as well, just for something different. My concern with playing as a mage is that the defense is really low, and as you have seen so many times, I'm really not that great at dodging, so low defense and being bad at dodging is not a good combination. It's the only thing that stops me playing as a mage or even a summoner. I have a hard enough time sometimes, but there we go. 1 down. This one's not even in its 2nd form yet. I was really concentrating on spasmatism. It's always trying to get straight at me, you know? This is much easier now. I just have to, again, make sure to finish this before the night is up. But my massive number of buffs, and titanium armor shadow dodge, and various weapons that are all very effective. Wasn't too worried, you know? Casually being sprayed with lasers, it's fine. But do you have enough lasers? I don't think you do. Bam. Done. So as you can see, being properly prepared, you don't even have to rely on cheese tactics like the Daedalus Storm Bow. I actually, you know, yes, I defeated the destroyer the first time with the Daedalus Storm Bow, but only the one time, so that's not bad. And there we go. That's all 3 of them. So what we'll do now, we'll head back to my main base, and I'm going to craft that mechanical cart and just take you on a little ride before I end the video. So, I got the retinizer trophy. Nice. So I stashed most of this stuff in my safe just to keep everything together. Let's open that treasure bag. So more hallowed bars. I now have a just huge amount of hallowed bars, 124. So there's my souls of sight. So I've got a bunch of options of stuff that I can craft now, but the thing I'm going to do right now is my mechanical cart. We're going to put that in. We'll put that trophy up later. We'll stash the cash. Got to stash the cash. Don't want to lose the cash. And we'll just go down the elevator and go for a little ride. So let's see. I'd better check which is my best ride. I think it's the one all the way down here. Yeah, I linked this up. So it's all the way from here, all the way over here somewhere. Yeah, I think I didn't. I was going to link this up as well. So it doesn't go all the way to here, but it goes to there. So let's do that. Let's have a little fun. Go for a ride. All right, so we're right down near the underworld here, actually. But there we go. My mechanical cart will just quickly zoom over this away. Very fast, and then we'll zoom back over that away. These guys aren't much of a challenge on my mechanical cart. Gee, I hope I didn't have any of this go into lava or something. I think I've made this reasonably safely. Right through the hallow, the underground crimson, which makes it great for farming certain things that you can only get in those places. Oh, that's what I wanted to take the upward trajectory too, so I did try to do these intersections properly. There we go. So I can go that way as well. And I'm going to get out of here before I get attacked by some kind of worm that's coming. So anyway, that's basically my video. 3 mechanical bosses all in one. Hope you liked the video. I'll see you next week probably with Plantera and whatever else I come up with. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.